ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
Train service halted for the next couple of weeks as crews shore up crumbling cliffs along San Diego's coast. The work being done and how riders can get around the disruption.
Less coughing, more sneezing. We're going to go in depth to explain why the symptoms of COVID-19 appear to be changing, why the vaccinated and the unvaccinated should be on the lookout for different signs.
And after a years-long investigation into potential fraud, we'll tell you about the settlement reached between a major local school district and the SEC.
ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
Charges now filed in a $28 million scandal involving one of San Diego County's biggest school districts. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. The Sweetwater Union High School District and its former CFO, they're accused of misleading investors. Our ABC 10 News reporter John Horn explains why the penalties have been years in the making.
Laid off teachers, increased class sizes, bus routes eliminated. All the ramifications of a $30 million budget shortfall at Sweetwater Union in 2018. But that is a far cry from what investors were told in April of that year when the district wanted to raise $28 million in municipal bonds. A former internal auditor saying this last year.
The people that purposely did wrong should be held accountable.
On Thursday, the Securities and Exchange Commission released charges against the district and former chief financial officer Karen Michael. The commission said Michael and Sweetwater provided investors misleading budget projections in 2018, indicating the district could cover its costs with a general fund balance of about $19.5 million to end the fiscal year. In reality, Sweetwater was significantly debt spending and on track for a negative $7.2 million balance. The SEC says Michael knew that, but still presented faulty numbers to a credit rating agency. After Michael retired in September 2018, a new CFO uncovered the deficit. An audit then found the negative general fund balance. Michael has agreed to settle the case with the SEC without admitting or denying guilt, paying a $28,000 fine and agreeing not to participate in municipal securities offerings. The district, also not admitting or denying guilt, agreed to hiring an independent consultant to evaluate its policies and procedures related to municipal bond disclosures. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
Sweetwater Superintendent Karen Janney was fired last year. In a statement, Sweetwater says it looks forward to implementing the improvements and the changes outlined in the SEC's order and will continue to take steps to ensure it provides accurate disclosures and information to the public. Now, this is not the first time Sweetwater has been in the center of controversy. Back in 2012, the ex-superintendent, several school board trustees, and a contractor who worked for the district, they were all charged in a corruption scheme. They were accused of being involved in a pay-to-play culture with business where they accepted trips, dinners, and tickets, all in exchange for their votes on multi-million-dollar construction projects. All pleaded guilty, and the former superintendent was sentenced to 7 months in prison.
San Diego Unified is now considering making the COVID vaccine mandatory for all students and staff. Today, the district announced on Twitter that they'll have a public discussion on the topic later this month. We spoke with the founder of Let Them Breathe. They've been protesting against mask and vaccine mandates at districts across the county.
We absolutely do not feel that they should be thrown this curveball, especially after they've already started the school year.
The discussion will take place September 28th and will be done virtually. SDUSD's board has not said when they might bring a vaccine mandate up for a vote. We've gotten used to certain symptoms as the hallmarks of a COVID infection: coughing, fever, shortness of breath. But new research shows vaccinated people who get infected actually experience different symptoms than the unvaccinated. ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth with two doctors to explain why.
If you're like me, when someone around you coughs, you can't help but think, is it COVID? According to the worldwide Zoe COVID study, persistent coughing is the number 5 most common symptom during an infection, one spot below fever. But that's in people who are unvaccinated. After 2 doses, doctors are finding one of the most common symptoms of a breakthrough infection is sneezing.
That is the new symptom in town for 2021.
UC San Francisco's Dr. Peter Chinhong says sneezing wasn't even on doctors' radar early in the pandemic.
We said, if you have sneezing, don't worry about it. Now we're realizing that people who thought they had allergies actually have breakthrough COVID.
To be clear, people who are vaccinated are 5 times less likely to get infected in the first place and 30 times less likely to get hospital-level disease. But in the event they do get infected, the Zoe study found sneezing is now the 3rd most common symptom of a breakthrough. Breakthrough cases were 43% less likely to involve coughing and 73% less likely to involve fever.
The vaccine doesn't protect you with a force field outside your body. People can still get the virus in their body.
Dr. Christian Ramers of Family Health Centers of San Diego says the virus almost always enters through our nose, and sometimes it can infiltrate past the initial layer of antibodies generated by the vaccine.
Somebody coughs or sneezes on you, or you breathe in that air, you're still going to get that virus inside your body, but you immediately have a good response, T cells and B cells that can crank out those neutralizing antibodies very, very quickly.
He says immune cells from the vaccine can essentially blockade the virus in your nose and throat. So you have sneezing or a head cold, but typically not much else.
It's just getting in the front gate, but it's never really getting inside the house.
In unvaccinated people, the virus has free reign to infiltrate deep into the body and head for your lungs.
If you've ever been laying in bed and been shaking chills like that, that's a virus that's already inside your body. Your immune system is sort of sending out the red flags. So the fact that you don't get to that point if somebody's been vaccinated does mean that the defense has worked.
Doctors are noticing the vaccine makes a difference for long COVID too. The Zoe study found vaccination reduced the odds of having prolonged symptoms by 50%. That suggests about 5 to 15% of breakthrough infections involve symptoms lasting 28 days or more. Our experts think vaccinated people likely have slightly different symptoms, less severe ones when it comes to long COVID, but they say it's too soon to tell. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
Doctors think the Delta variant may be another reason people are sneezing more because it replicates about 1,000 times faster in the nose than the original virus. A step forward today for restaurants that want to permanently keep the outdoor dining structures they built during the pandemic. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria has proposed a plan called Places as Spaces. The goal is to provide a pathway to make those structures permanent while still maintaining public safety and equity. Today, a City Council committee approved the plan. That means it will come up for a vote by the full City Council next month.
Right now, train service is being halted between San Diego and Orange counties in order for crews to shore up unstable ground along the cliffside tracks. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala joins us live in Oceanside, where the planned closure is expected to last for a few weeks there. Mimi.
Hi, Steve. Yeah, and it's been really quiet here at the Oceanside Transit Center this afternoon. You can take a look around and see the work is expected to go until about October 4th, disrupting the only railway link from San Diego to LA.
So we want to make sure that this stretch of line has a good, solid integrity and is safe to operate our trains.
Metrolink has temporarily suspended rail service from the San Juan Capistrano, San Clemente, and Oceanside stations, impacting San Diego's only railway link to Los Angeles.
Metrolink has 2 lines that services Oceanside, and that's the Orange County line and the Inland Empire Orange County line. So those 2 lines are affected, and the Amtrak Pacific Surfliner is affected.
Amtrak and freight trains use the route regularly. Paul Gonzalez, a spokesperson for Metrolink, says they needed to perform unscheduled maintenance on railroad tracks slightly shifting below the bluffs in San Clemente, caused by beach erosion similar to what we've seen in Del Mar for years.
We have a combination of the sea, the sand, and the earth, and they're all interacting together and moving a little bit, and it's caused our tracks to move just a little bit.
Trains were operating up until Wednesday. Gonzalez says passenger safety was never compromised, and the work was originally scheduled to begin in October, but needed immediate attention.
Our latest measurements show that they needed to be addressed right away.
He says the work is expected to go from September 16th and be completed by October 4th. Metrolink says it will not provide alternate bus service connections to the impacted stations in the meantime. However, Amtrak says it will provide bus connections between Irvine and Oceanside while the work is underway. And Gonzalez says if the work wraps up sooner than expected or even goes longer, riders will be notified. We're live in Oceanside. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
New data shows encounters at our southern border remained at an extremely high level in August. We're taking an in-depth look at the reasons behind it. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says agents stopped nearly 209,000 migrants along the southern border last month. That's slightly down from July's number of 213,000, but that was a 21-year high. So far this fiscal year, there have been 1.5 million encounters, far more than we've seen over the last number of years. San Diego Sector Border Agent Juan Torres explained the reasons we could be seeing this.
It could be economic turmoil, violence, famine.
San Diego Sector is also seeing high numbers of border crossings. There were more than 13,000 encounters last month, compared to 6,000 in August of last year. The numbers jump even higher when comparing yearly totals.
For all the fiscal year 2020, there were over 53,000 apprehensions in San Diego Sector. This year, we're over 129,000, which is an increase of 143%.
The high level of border crossings may continue even into the colder months. Pedro Rios, director at American Friends Service Committee, explained why.
And unless there is a coordinated effort by all of the governments involved, from the U.S. all the way down to Central America, then we're going to see people that are seeking relief, seeking help, seeking a place to find refuge. And oftentimes that means trying to migrate to get to the United States, where there's much more stability for them.
CBP says 25% of those detained in August had at least one prior encounter with border agents over the previous year.
Now to a developing story, the search for Gabby Pito, who police say vanished on a cross-country trip with her boyfriend. Today, investigators in Utah released new body camera video of the couple, which revealed an emotional encounter. And as ABC's Morgan Norwood explains, it could provide major clues about her disappearance.
The search for Gabby Petito growing more desperate by the hour. She was reported missing September 11th, and with few leads, Petito's family demanding answers from her boyfriend turned person of interest, Brian Laundrie.
There is a tip line that you can call anonymously. Whatever you can do to make sure my daughter comes home, I'm asking for that help. There's nothing else that matters to me now.
The couple had been on a cross-country road trip in a white van, documenting their travels on YouTube and Instagram.
I think our plan for today is to just hang out.
Petito was last seen August 24th checking out of a hotel with Laundrie in Salt Lake City, Utah. On September 1st, Laundrie returned home to North Point, Florida with the van, but without Petito.
2 people went on a trip, 1 person returned, and that person that returned isn't providing us any information.
Overnight, authorities releasing new body camera footage following an incident between the couple.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
Officers say this call was about 2 people arguing outside of a Utah convenience store near Arches National Park. According to the police report, Petito reportedly hit Laundrie in the face.
Told me I needed to calm down. But I'm perfectly calm.
Responding officers saying the incident was not a domestic dispute, but more of a mental or emotional health break. No charges were filed. Petito and Laundrie agreed to separate for the night.
I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated.
Authorities say at this point the investigation remains a missing persons case. Laundrie's attorney saying in a statement his client will continue to remain silent on the advice of counsel because they believe any statement made will be used against you.
And police say the FBI is now stepping in to provide additional resources and support in this search. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
France says they killed the leader of ISIS in Africa. This is old video of Adnan Abu Walid al-Sahrawi. He led the group known as ISIS in the Greater Sahara. He had claimed responsibility for an ambush attack in Niger that killed 4 U.S. troops. French President Emmanuel Macron announced on Twitter that their forces had, quote, neutralized al-Sahrawi. Macron did not reveal any details.